at the Junior World Championships.
Again, we talked about that progression to the age groups, you know, goes cadets, you know, wins it, takes the silver, and then that also shows you how tough these age groups are. Just because he goes in her first time to the Cadet Worlds, takes the gold, the second time through, you know, a lot of people say, oh, just pencil that in as a W. There's depth and extremely tough competition worldwide. It's not like Americans, I think, we expect to return to Ronna Heaton. There are other countries that wrestle just as hard as we do in places too. So
there you see Ronna Heaton.
This one should be very interesting because we know about Ronna Heaton quite a bit because, again, out of her aforementioned age group success, Fargo titles, out of Brookings, South Dakota, works closely there with Chris Bono's squad and the Jackrabbit Wrestling Club, and has been on that circuit up there in South Dakota. While Dominique Parrish of Sunkist Kids out of Scotts Valley, California, wrestles for Simon Fraser University in Burnaby, British Columbia, just north of the 49th parallel. Justin Abdu, very accomplished athlete in the corner for Simon Fraser, just took over the men's and women's programs as Mike Jones, the coach there, recently retired. So Abdu now has double duty. And Parrish will be wrestling at the NWC All-Star Classic as 10 women's weights, also joining the 10 men's weights this year.
And we'll have that here as well, right here on TrackWrestling.com. Parrish unscored upon so far, 2 10-0 tech falls in her pair of matches.
And they've been quick, too. I mean, that last match was just quick. She's good.
And Ronna Heaton, a 13-2 tech over Welch of the Minnesota Storm. And then a pin in 4-14. She pinned Monica Mendoza in the semifinals.
Good go behind for 2 there.
Parrish leads 2-0. Just over 2 minutes here in this first period. Women's freestyle, 55 kilos, best of 3. Parrish and Heaton. Parrish goes 2-on-1. Heaton able to clear the tie.
Both these athletes, 2014 USA Wrestling Junior National Champions out in Fargo.
Nice shot there from Parrish.
Real good single leg. We'll see if Heaton can try to, basically, for lack of a better term, freestyle this one through with the crotch lift.
Parrish, though, able to corral both legs in good position to score here.
Keeping her hips low, avoiding that crotch lift.
Heaton continues to wrestle the position, but there's the 2 for Parrish. Her second takedown in this first period. She leads at 4-0 with just over a minute remaining.
And Shane, the question I'm wondering here is Parrish has been in college for a couple years. Heaton's still not yet there in that respect to where she's at in her schooling, but I'm wondering where the progression comes. Women's wrestling is so new at the college level. Are we seeing the jump levels happen like we see from high school to college on the men's side, like we do with the women? And how are they doing it? Because they're all wrestling freestyle. It's not like they've got to adapt to a new style, especially in Canada, where, you know, Simon Fraser's got wrestling freestyle all year round. So I'm curious on how Parrish has just elevated her game since going to college, whereas Heaton hadn't had that experience yet. Thoughts, reflections?
I don't think there's any question that experience in the room, more practice partners, has to be a big asset.
2 more for Parrish, now 6-0.
And women's freestyle wrestling has come so far, even in the last 5 years, night and day to what it was 5 years ago.
Yeah, more opportunities, and I think we're adding more college programs. There's now 37 teams in the WCWA, what used to be essentially a glorified open championship in the formative years to get the girls the mat time needed. Now it's, we gotta clamp this down. It got basically too big to run on one day and on 2 mats. Now it's a big event, a 2-day event. This year it'll be in Oklahoma City, and of course groups like Wrestle Like a Girl and Sally Roberts and that crew pushing the NCAA to get this to be an emerging sport status. And when that happens, we are going to see a rush. We're going to see a rush of NCAA schools adding women's wrestling.
And so important for this sport, for the men's side of the sport in general. You look at University of Iowa, Zeke Jones at Arizona State, to name a couple, John Smith at Oklahoma State. They understand the importance of this sport in the college ranks. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time, and I agree with you 100%. It is going to be a rush. This is a great sport for both men and women.
Yeah, women's national team coach Terry Steiner said for years, why limit the benefits of the sport of wrestling to just half of our population? So
Parrish leading Heaton 6-0. 2:30 left in this second period. First match in the best of three. I talked to Coach Steiner, it must have been about 4 or 5 years ago, World Team Trials in Stillwater, and he told me that exact same thing you just said. If this sport is so great, we pound our chest and talk about how great the sport is, how it teaches commitment and discipline and all those great values, why would you limit it to 50% of the population? It makes no sense.
Well, I got a feeling we're going to see a lot more than 37 schools, and as great as the WCWA has been, it's one of those days where you look forward to that organization needing not to exist because the NCAA and NAIA are having championships, and there's 2 more for Parrish. And goes right to the trap arm gut. You see Heaton clasping her hands together to prevent any pressure to go over. A trap arm gut also a deadly, deadly maneuver. You see Parrish going to drop down to the legs.
Parrish 8-0 takedown away from a tech fall. She has yet to have been scored on. 10-0, 10-0, and now 8-0, a takedown away from her third tech fall.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, as much as we've seen Ronna Heaton over the years, even though it's been at the cadet and junior level, really surprised she was unable to get any offense here, at least at this juncture in the match. A little over halfway gone by in the second period. I mean, 8-0 on the scoreboard, that is not a deceptive 8-0. This has been all Parrish the whole way. Heaton really has had very limited opportunities on offense, and that could be either her limited offense or Parrish's solid defense.
Parrish scoring on an attack from Heaton with the go behind to make it 8-0. She works a 2-on-1. There's another shot from Heaton.
That's a half shot, and this is probably what's in Heaton's head right now. Half shot, and she's been comes around, gets the 2, and that'll do it. 10-0.
10-0. Convincing 10-0 victory for Dominique Parrish. Sunkist Kids Wrestling Club over Ronna Heaton. And Parrish strikes first here in this first best of 3.
Women's 55 kilograms.
On that second man, so.